No, I'm working on my running home. What are you doing? So, I didn't ask her. I mean, so you wouldn't be able to solve, but I'm sure now when you speak up, strong. Oh, I didn't that she did. What did you look for? What did you have to do? I did. Now I didn't find out. Now I didn't find out. You know, when you go up, performing, that was the thing. That was the I am doing. Now, I didn't find out.
Almost time now. All right, guys. Uh, hey, Lolly, can you say something? I can hear you. Can you hear me? Hold on, let me I
I
think
can hear you.
yeah, is this Lolly? Our lawyer. Can you hear? Is she hold on, is she here? Hold on. Maybe she forgot. Maybe. Busy, 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 busy.
I got a meeting. After. At the end of the call. Okay, I'll send you the money. Hello?
You jumping in? We're ready for you.
Let me jump in.
Okay.
Sounds
Bye.
good.
All right, bye. All right, you guys have heard it, so she's coming in. Let's get ready. Well, let me give her just 2 seconds, and I don't want to make it awkward, so let me let you guys listen to a little music. Hmm? Oh, there you are. I see you.
Hi guys.
All right. All right.
Let
You
me
guys
get the
ready?
time. Yeah, I'm ready.
Just let me know.
I'm ready. Yeah,
You're
no, I'm
ready.
ready. It is what it is. It's
All right.
information.
Yeah, of course. For everyone who's here, does anybody have any questions before we start this discussion? Does anybody have any question? Abimbola, I'm thinking you probably had something, or Bola.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I wanted some clarification because they've been seeing all kind of posts about the adjustment of status. I just needed a clarification. I mean, it's not for me, but a lot of people have been posting videos. That I just wanted to hear from a lawyer's perspective of the adjustment of status.
Okay, so
Um,
when you say the adjustment of status, what are you hearing in the videos? What are the claims that they're making?
do you
That
have
you
something? Okay,
that you
go ahead.
can't do it anymore or something to that effect.
Well, we
Okay.
haven't gotten any. Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
Emeka.
hold on. Okay, so let's give it like an understanding. Let's give some basis. So the government now says that people who are trying to get the green card have to go to their countries to do it. So no matter how long you've worked here, no matter how many years you've been here trying to pay all the money and all that to go through the process, they are just killing that and saying, look, you know what? Just go and go do it somewhere else, pretty much to your country. And that will have a very extreme effect because I don't know if people who have families here and all that could stay in this country, but also if you are part of one of those people who are banned in the 39 countries banned, you can't come back because you're already banned, right? So and we obviously know Nigeria is in that country. So what will happen to people who are here already, and how do we guarantee? Well, I don't know if there's any guarantee in this country anymore in this with this government, but how do we make sure these people can also stay here and continue doing what they're doing? because if they go home, they can't come back. So is that what you're referencing to, Abimbola, or did you have a different one?
That's part of it.
Okay.
That's
So
part of
which
it.
one are you talking about
I
then?
think I have an idea of what he's talking about.
Okay.
Abimbala, I think it's the one that they say the non-immigrant visas can no longer adjust their status. They have to exit and then come back. I think that's what you're talking about, right?
Okay, so
Yes.
Yes.
From Google, it says USCIS announced a massive policy shift that limits adjustment of status for
Yeah.
green cards.
So that's
So
for only non-immigrant visas. I know that's what I did. I came here on a non-immigrant visa. I used to come to the US a lot on a non-immigrant visa. And then one time I just decided to adjust my status. So I think that's uh I'm not a what I've read on New York Times is that
mhm.
those people who didn't have any immigrant visas, like if you're here as a visitor, or I don't know the other non-immigrant visas they have to exit for them to adjust their status.
Yeah, but if you're in one of the countries that is banned, you
Yeah,
can't.
you probably won't be able to adjust them.
Plus, because of this Ebola case, right? There are people who are going to be really messed up now because their country, unfortunately, wasn't in the list before, but because there are traces or so-called traces, because I don't know who's telling the truth in this administration, that there is Ebola in your country. Now you automatically get banned from Africa, coming from Africa. So uh, Lawyer Lolly, can you tell us? I mean, what are we doing? What should we be doing? What
What's really going on here? Like, what
yeah,
are we
because
talking about?
I don't at this point I don't even know, man.
I know. It's so scary, guys. But here's what I'll do. I got my hands on the policy memorandum itself. So
Yeah.
let's go ahead and put that. I'm gonna toss that in the chat so we at least know what we're talking about here.
Yeah, because I
Um,
think we have a few of few issues.
yeah,
Um,
definitely.
yeah.
What do you think the issues are as you see them?
Um, well, the first one I talked about wasn't actually the one
Yeah,
that Adiola was
you
talking.
talked about.
No,
Yeah.
sorry, Abimbola was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So that one is
You want
broader
me to just
than
address everybody's issues? You
so
know,
what we need, because I think people are here because they also have questions too that maybe might be different from what you are putting,
okay,
right? So
okay,
just address it individually, right? Then we can go from there. So maybe
okay,
start from Abimbola's own because he's been on me for forever.
yeah,
So Abimbola, can
okay.
you
So
can you can you
Abimbola
repeat that
said,
again? Okay, sorry.
yeah, okay. Yeah, no, it's okay. So Abimbola said his main issue. Hi guys, let's start at the beginning. My
Yeah.
name is Attorney Lola Ekere. I believe in health, so I just finished working out. You guys should also go work out, but that's why I'm dressed the way I am. Just don't watch that. Now, I've been practicing law. I've been practicing law for.
Hold on. Let me. I'm trying to put you on TikTok live.
Oh, okay, cool.
So that we can have
Yeah, a robust discussion. Sounds
yeah.
good. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. So while you do that, I'll just hop in. They can join us. But I've been practicing law for a while now.
Well, can you reintroduce yourself, please, if you don't
Oh
mind?
yeah, for sure, for sure. Okay, hi guys. My name is Lola Ekere, but everybody calls me Lolly. Um, I practice law with Ekere and Ekere. They're a law firm here in Dallas that's been established for over 30 years. They're super special to me because it's like my parents, my mom and my dad.
Yeah.
My dad's name is Labi Akere, and my mom's name is Shola Akere, and then I'm obviously Lola Akere. We all practice a lot of different types of law, but mainly immigration. But we also handle like family cases and criminal cases and personal injury cases and civil cases, all the things that an immigrant is likely to experience here. We are kind of like a one-stop shop for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been doing it for a long time. I joined my parents' practice. They've been practicing since 1996. I joined their practice 6 years ago. And it's just been super fulfilling, like learning the law and like growing with them and, you know, inheriting all their clients. My little brother also practices law. He practices commercial litigation. So like when we talk, we all talk like lawyers. And my baby brother, Paul, he's just finished his second year at Columbia Law. We're so proud of him. So, but he's really a dynamite kind of guy. And then my little sister just graduated high school. So look out for her. She's coming to UT. If you have any people at UT coming up, any little kids,
Nice.
see Isabella Carey, you know, let them say hi to her. Anyway, so that's the family. That's like, if you see any of us, you've seen all of us. So we always say hi. We're always ready to help. So that's our little background story. But me, I actually do love immigration law a lot. Like we live it, we breathe it. Like I find a lot of joy in it. So I'm really here, happy to help. Generally, we help people through the entire immigration process, right? That's from whenever you want to do your come over here with a B1, B2, whatever, and then like, you know, you're here, you do your experience in the country, and then, you know, you decide you want to stay. You know, some people go asylum, some people go marriage, some people go work visa, work, your job will file for you, and then whatever, we help you get your green card. If you need to take conditions off, we'll help you with that. If you need to defend situations, we'll help you with that. And then lastly, you know, if they're trying to kick you out, removal proceedings, we'll help you with that. If we need to appeal it to the Fifth Circuit, we'll do it. So we really touch every stage of it, and we're very, very like in tune with it as a family. So I really do feel like I'm equipped to handle the questions here. Thank you so much. To handle the questions here, and I'm looking forward to it. So that's all intro. Let me sorry, excuse me. Let me talk about your first question. And I do kind of remember the conversation we had briefly. I'm going to talk about it in stages. The first question was what do you need? Oh, this okay. The first question was what is all this stuff I'm hearing about adjustment status? Is it that we can't, is it that we're getting kicked out of the country and we can't adjust our status anymore? So to answer that question, I'm just gonna do like literally 30 seconds of history so that you guys understand the framework behind how this decision is made, right? So the way that this government works is that it's a separation of powers, right? The president is allowed to make rules. He's the executive. He's about executing the rules. Thank you. The other side of that is the Congress. Congress makes laws, right? And then the president sees those laws through. And so sometimes Congress will make a law, but they need a whole bunch of people to like other agencies to administer those laws. But no matter what, the laws and the administration of those laws are in the Congress branch, and then the president has his own side, the executive branch. But the executive branch means I make rules for the whole country. And so sometimes the president can just say things like, I want to change immigration policies. I want immigration policies to be stricter. So Congress will now enact laws that let get that party going, get whatever he's trying to whatever he's trying to get like happen, make happen, convey happen. So that's what happens over there. President makes a wish, Congress tries to see it happen. But Congress is motivated by the people. So the understanding is that the people actually want Congress to make those rules. So the USCIS is actually one of those agencies that Congress made to make rules happen quickly. So USCIS, the president saying that they want something, USCIS is like an independent body from the presidencies that also make those rules. So sometimes USCIS will issue a policy memorandum, which is what I posted in the chat. And that policy memorandum has limited rights, right? It's just, hey, this is how we're going to govern our own agency. But that doesn't mean that that's now law, right? It just means that an agency that Congress created to execute some of the wills of the law of the people of the president, that agency has now changed a couple of rules. Now that's a separate situation than if the Congress decided to pass a law saying this is now the rule, or even if the president say I want this. That's also different than Congress passing a law. So what we're seeing, the rumors you're hearing, all those things are the USCIS has issued a policy memorandum saying that they're going to have discretionary review of here. Let me get the wording right.
Yeah.
Right. We don't want to
you're breaking up.
misspeak here.
Okay, there you go.
They're going to discretionary review. 6 says Adjustment of status. Yeah, thank you. And extraordinary relief that permits applicants to dispense with the ordinary consular visa process. What that is saying is a very sophisticated way of saying, hey, number one, adjustment of status, the way that we've been adjusting status wherever you're allowed to come into the country with one thing. And mind you, a lot of people forget this. Whatever you say at your interview, your consular interview, when you're applying for that visa, make sure you pay attention to that. Don't come in here talking about, oh, you're married and you have 7 kids and you guys are so good. And then you know, whenever it's time for you to apply for your adjustment to status, you realize you're actually not married and you no longer have 7 kids. You're actually been single your whole life. That's a huge misrepresentation that
Right.
that causes a lot of issues. Or
Yeah.
that's a glaring one. But guess what? Another misrepresentation is I'm coming over here as a visitor for a limited purpose, and then later on you decide, actually no, I want to stay. It's called dual intent. You're not allowed to have dual intent. The intent to come for a short amount of time and the intent to stay forever. Those are dual intent. You can't have dual intent if you're coming for a B1, B2 visa. However, in the law, whenever you get married to a U.S. citizen, they waive the fact that you violated that provision. You need to say it, right, for your credibility grounds. You need to say, yeah, I came in with a B1, B2, and somehow I fell in love, and now I'm trying to say I want to stay here forever. You do need to acknowledge that happened,
Right.
but they're not going to count it against you. So now, what they're saying, whenever in this policy memorandum that I just read the title of, adjustment of status, which is adjusting your status from that B1, B2 to
Married.
to married,
Yeah.
right? That is a matter of discretion. And it's always been a matter of discretion. Before they used to say,
Oh, really?
yeah, because before they used to say,
Oh.
yeah, like this isn't a new world. They're just implement, and that's the thing. Like Mr. Akere, which is my dad and my boss,
Yeah.
he spoke to a group of men, in a church in Arlington, Texas, and I recorded it, and I really need to share it because it talks about all the updates of that are going on pertaining to Nigerians in the diaspora and just
Right.
Nigerians generally with the travel ban and this and that. I'm gonna release it because it just is so like that guy's so
Yeah,
smart.
we need to hear it because what you're saying now is that they've always had this in the back of their pockets saying, look,
Yeah,
man, we're just letting you slide, but
letting y'all slide. Yeah,
if you came here as a single person just to go to school or whatever as a visitor,
and you
then
said you
you
were gonna
turned
leave.
around and got married, we'll just let you slide. Trump administration is like, no,
No, we're
no, no,
not.
no, no, no. We're not doing that anymore. Whatever you decided to do when you spoke to us and we granted you the visa, that's what it's going to be.
Yeah,
So, and America doesn't forget.
yeah.
They remember everything. They bring out your document and all that. And I mean that doesn't apply just for Nigeria because I know we
It's
have other
everyone in
people.
the world.
Yeah,
Everyone in the world is feeling
yeah.
this shock.
So the Trump administration is not going to honor that anymore. They are
We're not
very
saying they're not
strict.
going to honor it. They're
Well,
just
they could choose to. Correct. Yeah,
they're
yeah.
saying they're not in the mood to talk about that, right? They're not in the mood to continue granting that. That's what they're saying. And look at the language. And that's why I posted the text, because the language of the text is what always governs the most, right? Adjustment of status is a matter of discretion, period. And they didn't even put period. They just said and after that. So that's a statement. Yeah, that's a statement. Adjustment of status is a matter of discretion. That's a statement already. That's not a question. That's not a suggestion. That's to say it is a matter of discretion. And then followed by and administrative grace. That's so it's not only we're giving you grace, is what they're saying with that
Yeah,
sentence.
just
And
grace.
then
So they could revoke it.
yeah, it's grace. I can take it back. And then after that, it says and extraordinary relief. By the way, not only is it grace anymore, it's also extraordinary relief. Not ordinary, extraordinary. Meaning
Wow,
I'm not really trying to give it to you like
that's
that.
not fair,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
For
And
real.
then
Oh, yeah.
that permits, right? So it's
Yeah.
when we say permits, whenever we don't say shall or must, shall and must are one language, permits and may are another language. So we're saying permits meaning we can allow it and then we can take it back. That's what they're prompting with this title. Applicants to dispense with the ordinary consular visa process. Now look at what that means, right? Ordinary consular visa process. That means on a normal day, if you told us you're going to come in here with an F1, go to school and leave, a B1, come visit and leave, An L1, come work and leave. All those things mean leave at the end of that. So the ordinary consular visa process is that after you left, if you have an interest of staying, you reapply with an immigrant visa. And then while you're in your home country, you'll get your immigrant visa and then you come. That is the ordinary consular visa process that it's referring to in that title. So I just want you to
Wow.
know that
Quick
that's what they're
question.
saying to everybody.
So quick question. So what you're saying is no matter what visa you've been given to come into this country, no matter what, you have your timeline and you are supposed to leave, right? You are supposed to leave. So some of us who came in here to work for maybe a year, 2 years, found love, genuine love, right? We were supposed to leave and not just go to the marriage counselor and say, "Oh, we're getting married and we're staying." So, are you saying now that Trump's administration could say, "You know what? We want to revoke that. We want to revisit that for everyone who didn't turn around and go to apply for an immigrant status."
So what they're saying kind of is what sorry, what they're saying kind of is like um we don't want to continue to extend that grace
Oh,
and the
wow.
extraordinary relief that we always
Wow.
extended.
Wow.
And they're kind of, but they're just remind you, this isn't the law. This is them, it's a policy memorandum within a company, right? Like USCIS is a company, it's a government company, but it's a
Correct. It is.
company.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like we're changing the rules of how our company grades papers. That's what's going on right now. But it's like the principal or the CEO kind of is strongly backing that new rule. But at the end of the day, let's remember one thing. The people are always sovereign in this country. So if enough Americans married enough foreigners and they're like, bro, don't try it because that's my man, that's my, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right,
at the
right,
end of the
right,
day, now
right.
you're really messing with Americans. So it's not like, oh, you said it. And so immediately there's a lot of lawsuits immediately. Like, are you crazy? Because you're taking our rights. All of a
Right.
sudden, you know what I'm saying? And that's the part I really appreciate. Like, I've been looking at, like, I think last week or 2 weeks ago, I posted 22 people. And then I think last week, one Nigerian guy was exempted off that ban list. They sued, and the judge was like, no, this is crazy. You guys are just taking their rights. You're taking
Yeah.
everything. And they ordered USCIS to immediately process their applications, immediately give them their work permits, and immediately adjudicate their claims. And I promise you, those people are going to be getting their benefits. So it depends on where you are.
Right, right. Okay, next question. If anybody has the question, please can you raise your hand up and let's ask our lawyer. But quick question. So what are lawyers? What can you guys do for the people who have entered this little trap? I'm saying it's a trap
Um,
because
yeah,
I
it's a
know
trap.
I know some people came in here and decided to go the other way because you know that's what they wanted to do. So how, as a lawyer, um, what are you advising people to do, or what can they do? Is
I'm
there
not even going to lie to you. I am
because this
so
is
happy with this
difficult?
question.
Okay,
Oh, it's not
yeah,
too much. It's not difficult. I mean, like I said, we eat law breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We're
yeah.
not that attached to it from an emotional standpoint. As you can see, the way I'm talking about it,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Mm-hmm.
not it's not something too painful for me. I just see it as a win. Like I take it very personally when I win, and I just
Mm-hmm.
love to win. So that's how we do it in our family. We get a case and we try it. So just because you made a rule doesn't mean that your rule is now
You
king
can't
of all rules.
challenge. Yeah,
The rule will be challenged like every other
yeah.
rule. And then whenever at the end of the day, we're probably going to win. For the majority of time in this country, we've been doing it like this. Why? Because you feel like changing it. Should we just change it? Who are you? So that's really the energy we're bringing to the courts. That's the
Right.
energy we're bringing to the immigration judge. And for the most part, we've been seeing success, right? Every day I go in there into the courts and I see a whole bunch of people crying without lawyers, deported, jail,
Oh
jail,
my
years,
God.
years. I see that happen every day. But at the same time, every day I see them saying, yes, Mr. Carey. Okay, Mr. Carey. I see what you mean, Mr. Carey. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
there's a
So
lot of
it's
success.
doable where
Yeah.
so all they have to do is consult
Pick
with
the
you
right lawyer. Pick the
and
right
you
lawyer.
you will help them very very good. All right, we got a question. I don't know who started, but let's take the ones on the chat first. Thank you, Ba. Akere, for this enlightening session. Please, what is the effective date of the policy? Is there a
Um,
likelihood that they will backtrack to previous years? They're not going to do that. They're not going to backtrack. I know this administration, but go ahead. So the question is, when does it take effect?
I think the policy memorandum, like I said, it's a statement, and it was issued in May. Like I'm not on that page anymore, but I posted it in the chat. Whatever date at the top of that chat, that's the date that they're making
Okay,
that statement.
go look at the stuff she sent.
Yeah,
she can't.
it says May 21st, 2026.
So it's already in effect.
I would imagine so because they're saying
Yeah.
policy memorandum. I'm reminding you of our policy. That's what that means.
Okay. All right. Let's get there was somebody who boys. No, there was somebody before boys. Okay, boys, go ahead. Unmute yourself, sir.
Hi, good
Hey,
afternoon.
good afternoon.
Thank you so much, the law, the family of lawyers. Yeah. Please, my question is, if I marry a citizen on a good faith, I got my green card, as in 2 years green card. We renew, we send in for the PR together, and we've not gotten anything back. And couple of months after, like maybe a year after, she decided to remarry and file in for somebody else again. It was on a good faith. What's the law?
You need to go see my. You need to go see my mama. Really good at helping situations like that. You need to go immediately to Charlotte Carey. Run there tomorrow.
Right. Yeah,
She'll
bro.
help you out.
Boys, run there tomorrow. But can you elaborate on this, Lolly? Because I think people do
Basically,
that.
he
I've
got
heard of
abused.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy got abused. Like he was in love with somebody and then they cheated on him. And that probably cost him a lot of mental anguish, financial, and then if they flipped them or if the police came, bring police report to the consultation. Let's get you in.
So they do that on purpose just to mess, because that person is probably messed up because now it's not synchronizing with the paperwork they filed all this time. I'm sorry, you're breaking up a little bit. You're breaking up.
All right. That person
You're
is
still
probably
breaking up.
messed up. Okay. I'm just getting home. Maybe that's what's going on. But can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, I think no, you still no.
Is it better? Okay.
Nope.
Okay, it's probably better now.
It's good now. It's good.
Yes, excuse me.
I got home right. Y'all hear?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Like when.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So
it's not currently in Dallas.
Boys, hold on. Boys, hold on. Let her finish first. Go ahead, Lolly.
Okay, appreciate it. So immigration law is global. Doesn't really matter where you at, right? We can help you out. But the main thing here is that, there's a lot of times where the foreign national gets abused by the American citizen in one way or another.
You're off again.
Are we messed up again? Here, let me
No,
run
you're
upstairs,
good.
guys.
I think this is much better now.
Is it better?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Okay, you guys can hear me?
Yeah.
There's a situation that the foreign national is getting abused by the American citizen, right? It comes in different ways. Abuse can be mental, physical, financial, emotional, spiritual, you know. And so what happens when you fall in love with somebody and then they leave you and then they marry someone else publicly, or whatever the facts are, they beat you, they kick you, they do this, they do that, blah, blah, blah. Like at the end of the day, that's all abuse. So talk to somebody about that. Definitely talk to us so we can write the story for you and then we can tell the government what happened to you. Because at the end of the day, what the government is seeing initially is you told them one thing, you did the other, right? You told them that you weren't gonna stay, you stayed. And now you said you're gonna marry somebody. Now the person that you said you wanted to marry isn't there. What you have an interview from the perspective of the government. All right, where's the person that you told us you want to marry? They're not here, they're married to somebody else.
Right.
What do you mean? So the government isn't going to see things from your perspective. Like I go out to eat with the people in the government. You know what I mean? Like those are some people
know them
some of
like
those are
that.
my friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're not going to see like that way. They're going to see it like you keep lying.
Right.
So you need someone to explain it to them that like, no, you're not lying. You're actually a victim. So that's the situation.
Okay. So, but what happens if that happens to someone who was really in love, like boy? Do they let them stay in the country? Do they say, you know what, the rule is the law is the law? do they just say, okay, you know what, we're going to let you stay and see if you could continue? Because
Yeah.
what happens to them? They're not married anymore, and they don't have that citizenship.
Yeah. So
So what happens?
there's a caveat in the law. You know what I'm saying? I can't
Okay.
really
Okay.
say the caveat
Yeah, I
because
got
I
you.
don't
I
want to
got
give
you.
people legal advice right now.
Yeah, yeah, I
But
got
there's
you.
a caveat in the law that
That's
if
all
you
you
go
need
with
to
the
say.
right lawyer,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
they're gonna help you. No, don't worry, I got you, Emeka.
Okay.
They're gonna help you get. Not only will they let you stay here on a pseudo protected grounds, but will also get you a green card, not a green card, a work authorization while you're waiting for them to
Okay.
make the decision.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. All right. So who else had a question? You guys should speak up now. I mean, how do we come to this place? Now you texting.
Hello.
Come on, guys. Yes.
Hey,
Good
Okay.
morning. Hello.
morning.
Yeah, good
What is
morning.
what is your name?
Thank you. I'm Kafat Fakoya.
Kafar. Yes, ma'am.
I put my questions in the chat box. I feel that would allow the session to go on more smoothly. But
Yeah.
thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Yes, ma'am.
I just have a couple of questions, and I have a junior sister who came to study here, and she's adjusting her status. She has applied, and I just wonder, how it's going to affect her. I tried to get her to join this club, but I've not been able to. She
It's all
applied,
good.
I think sometimes last year or so,
Mhm.
but she's also not Nigerian, and the thing has been suspended. She came out to study actually. So,
Is
and
she in Nigeria or is she in this country?
yeah, she's in this country. She's even working with the government parastatal.
Yeah, so it should be fine. She should be fine. I mean, at the end of the day, there's this thing called like, it's a very deep legal term, so I'm gonna actually not say it. But at the end of the
Yeah, yeah.
day,
Water it down. Yeah.
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it would be it's retroactivity, right? She would literally, she already applied, so she will still honor it. That's like the general rule in this country. If you're
Okay.
already in there before the rule is made, then the
Right.
rules for everybody
Oh,
after you.
before the rule is made.
Wait,
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay, that is different.
You know
So
what I'm saying?
what you're saying now is, let's say people heard this or started panicking after they heard this information. Are those guys too late?
I would run immediately. As I said, find with two hands, like
Oh,
tomorrow
boys.
or
Yeah,
yesterday.
run.
Run
Yeah.
immediately to an immigration lawyer and let them toss that in for you, and let them distinguish your case from why this specific policy shouldn't count for you, right?
Right.
Because if you talk to the right immigration lawyer that says the right magic words to the right officer, then you're safe. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that means boys, get a lawyer. You see one right here. Miss
Lafayette.
Kafir, please
Thank
let
you.
us not try to be, economical or anything. Expensive is cheap. Cheap is expensive.
Yeah.
Please do yourself a favor. I'm begging you people. I'm begging you. You see, that's why I'm bringing this for everyone to sit down and understand, because a lot of us are, heartbroken or nervous and don't know where to go. I've taken my time. Nobody paid me for this. I'm trying to make sure we give you guys the information you need so that you know what to do. If after we give you this information and you say you would rather use that money instead of consulting a lawyer to go and buy a Gucci bag, you are on your own. You deserve what's coming to you. I swear. You deserve, or try to wear the best outfit because there's a wedding coming. You deserve what is coming to you. Wallahi, I'm telling you, man. Look at my face.
I don't buy Gucci bags. Please,
No, I'm talking about your sister.
please let us share our contact. Really, it's
Oh yeah.
it's also related, but we
She
need our
will. Yeah,
contact.
we will give you
Okay,
that
yeah,
at
let me
the
do
end
that.
of the
Thank
show.
you.
Okay, thank you. Walkil, go ahead, please. Wak.
Sorry, I was muted. Thank you,
Okay.
Emeka.
Yeah, go
Thank
ahead.
you, Emeka, for bringing this together.
You're welcome, brother.
And our legal counsel too. Thank you for attending to this. So my
Thank you.
questions are in twofold. Actually, the first part of it has been answered, which is those ones that affect the guys that have already put in their application. So I understand that may not affect them. So my second part of the question is, what advice will you give people that had already filed for their citizenship, green card holders, but have their swearing-in suspended indefinitely
Oh
because
wow.
they are from countries that were banned, Nigeria in particular, because it's affecting me personally. So, and it's really disrupted some of my programs that I intend to do, traveling and all that. So what advice will you give? Because it appears this lifting of ban is not likely to come early enough. So do we continue waiting, or is there any remedy one can take in terms of any action one can take to
Thanks.
facilitate this going?
You know what?
You're breaking up. You're
I'm
breaking
just
up.
gonna go ahead and
You're
ask you.
breaking up.
Oh, can you hear me? Okay.
You're still breaking up.
Can you guys hear me better now?
A little better.
Let me
Yeah.
go upstairs.
Yeah. Maybe
A
upstairs is
little
better.
better? It's okay. I'll walk upstairs.
Okay. Okay.
Is it better now?
It is better.
Okay. So I said Emeka is such a near and dear friend to me. I'm gonna go ahead and just actually give the legal advice. So here's what here's what that, and I'll post that video because I think that the video is super helpful.
Yeah.
The one that my dad did with those men. Um, so the question is a little bit complicated. Like, what about those? Because every Nigerian, because we're all on the list, every Nigerian is actually affected by that ban. Wherever you are um, in the process, if you haven't applied yet, like let's say
Mm-hmm.
you haven't even applied for your visa, you're still in Nigeria,
Yeah.
you're affected by it because the consular is, they're actually given crazy instructions to just not process, like not really process it. Um,
Wow.
if you're already in the country and you're trying to adjust your status and you've already been granted your I-130, well, if you file for your I-130, they're gonna actually, if you file for your I-130 or you file for I-45, I-130 is your initial application with your family-based application, and then the I-45 is the one that allows you to actually retain the green card. The way I describe it is like this. When you want to get a green card and ultimately citizenship, the first part is your I-130. It's a two-part process. The first part is your I-130. The I-130 says it's a conversation between the citizen that has the citizenship and the government. So the I-130 is a conversation where the citizen is telling the government, hey, I love this person. This person is my relative. They're my mom, they're my dad, they're my spouse, they're my sibling. They're my relative, and I want to transfer my citizenship to them. That's the I-130. Then the I-485 is the government now looking at the foreign national itself.
Yeah.
Part two, government and the foreign national, and the government's asking the foreign national, which, by the way, they call an alien. So that should tell you their disposition to them, right? If you're calling someone
Man.
an alien, it means that that's not your best friend.
Yeah.
That's somebody that's from a faraway galaxy. So um, the government is looking at the alien, and the government is telling the alien, are you a good person? So that's why you get all those moral questions,
Mm-hmm.
your history, do you have intention of this, da, da, da. So that's the I-485. Now that I-130 and the I-485, when you apply for it, if you're a Nigerian, they're still accepting the applications, and they're still, even with the ban, they're still doing interviews, they're still processing it, they're going all the way up until the point where it's time to make a decision.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're, excuse me, I had like lunch with the officer, and they were telling me, they were like, yes, we are still making decisions, actually, they're just not releasing them. So if
Interesting.
you're if, yeah, I thought that was so interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah, so like just because you don't see anything happening doesn't mean it's not happening, right?
Correct. Correct.
They're still doing their jobs, because it doesn't make sense that you're going to say, oh, you're Nigerian, I'm just not going to look at this. Oh, you're Nigerian. That's not what's going on. They're still looking at everything. But like, and I want to take the time to talk about this deeply because it affects a lot of people. So I'm going to start with your question specifically, because you're at the tail end of that, right? You've already gotten your green card, and now you're waiting for your citizenship. You're in the best position. But yes, it's not suspended indefinitely. It's just held for now. But the trend in the courts as of 2 weeks ago that I was talking about, where the judge
Mhm.
ordered them to, yeah, they're accepting applications. You can file. I just saw that question. But
Okay.
if if you're at the tail end of it, you do have some options, right? Number one, you can actually have your U.S. citizen file a federal suit and let a judge hear it. But in that federal suit, they're going to have to disclose, like, all the different ways. all the different ways like that they're being affected by the
Right.
lack of processing of your petition. Like you
Mhm.
said, you had a lot of stuff in Nigeria or wherever you're from that you wanted to get done. And the fact that they're not processing it for you is holding you back. But the person that who the government actually cares about in that situation is
Mhm.
your wife or the person that petitioned for you. That person is the person that's going to be mostly affected by the fact that you are limited, right? Like if you're married to somebody and that person can't leave the country, you can't do any of the stuff that you want to do outside the country because your person
Right.
is not there. So
Right.
that's the kind of thing that me as an American citizen, I'm definitely going to talk to my governor, my congressman about
Congressperson, yeah. Elected officials,
because
yeah.
because I voted you in. So you need to
Yeah.
do something about this because like I said, Congress was the people who enacted the agency that's making all of these decisions. So a congressperson is supposed, but at the same time, is a congressperson going to be more amicable to one person in their consistency or somebody legally that has access to strength, right? You know what I'm saying? Because power moves. So
Yeah,
if
it's
you have an
power.
attorney,
Correct.
let them
Yeah.
advocate for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, let them advocate for you. But there's a couple of things that you can do in that position. But I do want to like lastly answer address this middle part here, which is what about those people who filed I-130s or filed I-45s? Their petitions are paused, and then they also are running out the clock with their work authorizations, and they're finding themselves in this freeze space, right? No
Mhm.
work
Mhm.
authorization, and they're not even adjudicating your petition. What do you do? What do you do? Those people as well. I would seriously urge them to have an attorney advocate for them because um, there's some rights there that if you have that information properly documented, a judge may be
Lenient?
yeah, maybe lenient or
Yeah. Yeah.
sympathetic to your case. Not
Right.
really lenient, really sympathetic,
Maybe
right?
sympathy. Yeah. Yeah.
Because they
Well,
already told us
leniency
how they
these
feel like
days.
it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
let me hold on real quick. So everybody who's on YouTube live, if you have a question, just put out your question. I know they won't hear it until after a couple seconds. But if you're on TikTok live, if you have any questions, go ahead and send it a double tap on your screen so that more people could see this, and share this live if you don't mind. For anybody else who is on Zoom, go ahead and ask your question. I have. So let me ask. The gentleman who just spoke. Are we good now? Do you understand? What's happening?
Okay, I'm not sure I actually got the response that I expected as that actually for the
Okay.
question.
Ask the specific question so that
So
we
the
can be
specific question
100.
is, right now, will you advise somebody like me that is pending with swearing in to wait or to go to court or sue the
When
USIS?
you say you're pending, does that mean you haven't submitted your N-400
I
application?
have. I have submitted. I've actually written exams. I passed, but then I was waiting for swearing in. So
So
and
you need
everything
to.
just went off like that. And for months, I didn't have any response from them.
We're
Eventually,
gonna
they
we're
just
gonna
sent me a letter.
you're not gonna like this, but we're gonna pretend that you're my client real quick, okay? Just for half a second.
They just sent the letter
No,
that my
if you're my client, then you have to answer my questions. So I'm gonna ask you some very specific questions, and I need you
Bro, are you
to.
ready for this? Because this is an open. Everybody's gonna listen. But so
Yeah,
just be honest if you can. Go ahead,
yeah.
Lola.
So the situation is, I'm gonna ask you a question. You have to answer only the question I'm asking you. Don't give me more information, okay?
okay.
So the question I'm asking you is the N-400 application. Have you submitted it to USCIS?
Yes,
Okay. When did you do that?
like 9 months ago.
Okay. Did you get a receipt notice from them?
Yes,
And then did you get a request for further evidence from them?
no.
What other actions have you taken outside of submitting your N-400?
They gave me date for interview. I went. I did the interview.
Okay. You've had your N-400 interview already. When did that happen?
That was last year, last year, April.
Okay. So when did you submit your initial application? What month?
That was previous year, December.
Okay, so December you submitted that N-400 application. April they called you for um, the
Interview.
Interview.
N-400 interview. And in la- forgive me if I'm wrong, but last April we didn't have any ban, right?
Yes.
Like the ban hadn't started by last April.
Correct.
The ban
Correct.
started more recently.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so the issues that you're experiencing may have slightly a little bit to do with that ban, but it sounds like something happened in that interview that you may want to come talk to me about one-on-one so we can look into your history and see what they got going on, what's going on with that.
Bro, spend the money, go and see the lawyer. Okay? She's told you what's going on. All right, we
Okay.
have okay. All right, man. We can't give everything away, bro. You know, we just have to. We want you to understand, hear the basis, that you could move from there. Mr. Ola, oh, Mrs. Ola, I'm sorry. Ola, can you go ahead? Sanusi.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I have a question specific to those who filed for beneficiaries that are still in Nigeria. My mom, and they've gone to the embassy. They've given them that slip of paper. So I have a direct question to the attorney. Are you willing to take on a case like that? Is it advisable? And if it is yes, are you willing to take up a case like that?
Thanks for the question. I'm Lola. Nice to meet you. I don't know what you mean when you say that piece of paper. What paper did they give your mom?
Oh, like when they go to the embassy now, they give them this piece of paper. Sorry, we cannot continue to process your application because of Proclamation 10999 that will continue when the ban is lifted.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Is she in Nigeria?
Yeah, mama. Yeah.
Ah, oh, well, go ahead.
Yeah. I personally, probably me and my dad, my mom probably wouldn't touch that, but me and my dad will be audacious enough to take on a case like that, probably. But the situation there is spicy. It depends on, like, to be very candid, it depends on how much money you have and how much you want your mama to come here. But there's always a way in this country.
This about turning to
I got a couple
Nigeria.
of people in that boat, and I think
Yeah.
we'll take it offline and talk. It's just having the people, the lawyers who have the balls to go for it.
That's
Because
really what you
a
got
lot
going.
of immigrant lawyers are not ready to go for it.
Well, you found the right one.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk. I know there's clinic versus SecDef. They've not given a summary judgment, but I was hoping that one of our own people will actually be bold enough to take a stab at it. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you so much. I will let the others
she-
have the floor.
Yeah, Sanusi, so she and her dad will be representing you guys. So you have two juggernauts, so you should be fine. Okay. And we pray that your mom comes. If she comes, can you tell us and have her come talk to us and tell us how good our lawyer Lolly
Yeah.
did,
Sure.
if you don't mind.
No problem. All right.
Sure. Okay.
I'll get in touch
Who
with
else?
that.
Absolutely, bro. Please, everybody, if you don't mind, just speak. Typing is just, some people can't read. I can't read too fast, and I don't want to read. So come out here and do this, because if all the stuff you're typing, you could go to Google and see the response. We have a live person here, so talk to them. Don't be shy. Don't worry about anybody else, but focus on your issue. If you're worried that I'm listening to you and I will laugh on the way you speak, then you're fooling yourself. Don't come in here being shy. This is our own space. Please talk. All right. Who else? Boys, you back. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you.
Oh,
I applied for my kids a year and a half ago here in Nigeria.
yeah.
And I got the receipt, I got everything. But it was like, I think we had like 4 months for the I-130 to get approved, like normally. But unfortunately, later we suddenly didn't see no updates. And on the app, they tell you we're not providing updates for this type of case. It's not only me, I have a couple of friends like that. And
Wow.
is there any hope that they're going to revisit it, or they just want to goggles, or you get what I'm saying? Maybe they want to scrap it, you cannot bring your family again. I don't know. Maybe the law can help us throw more light on that.
Well, she told you, make sure for that kind of case, make sure you have some money, because it's going to be a real big exception, right? If your family is already in Nigeria and they're trying to come out from a country that has been banned. Bro, that's a federal government ban, an international ban. For you to be an exception, trust me, the government may have that specific payments they want you to make for them to say, okay, this guy can come here and not depend on the system. That's all they're trying to do, because obviously you've seen what Nigerians are capable of doing. They don't want people who are going to come here to start depending on taxpayer money, even though let me not say what I was trying to say. Anyway, who else?
Thank you.
Ola, Ola Kemi, go ahead.
Yes, good after good morning.
Good
Yeah,
morning.
Where
good
are you?
morning. I'm in
Where?
Washington. I'm at work.
Oh, Washington. Yeah,
There you
work.
go,
That's fine.
girl. Welcome. Washington.
Yay! We're proud of you. My sister asked you a question, man.
Yes,
This is your place. Go
please,
ahead.
Sister Ola, I filed for my parents, both
Yeah.
of them.
Mhm.
So last month they went for the interview, and they issued them a white paper,
Mhm.
and or I think verbally they communicated to my parents that my income can only be sufficient
For
for one
one.
person, but
Mhm.
not two.
I know.
Then they send a letter to them that they should tell me to get a joint sponsor.
Get
So
your
now
money up.
my concern is, for good consecutive years, at least my income has been from 80 and above.
Yeah.
So I don't know what basis do they use in judging,
Yeah.
like,
I
so
got you. Don't worry.
I was kind of confused, because now getting a joint sponsor here is like a problem.
Of course, of course.
Yeah.
So, here's the vibe. Here's the history. Here's like the law. I always like people to be informed. So basically, what's going on is like, from the perspective of the U.S. government, right? And we're talking money now. We haven't had this conversation thus far. So welcome. Thanks for bringing money to the chat.
Yeah.
So now we're talking money. So from the perspective of the U.S. government, every single day you see them waste billions of money on silly, silly, silly stuff. However, it's their money, right? It's their money to do with what they want to do with. That's how they see it. Now, if somebody comes, just think about it. Like, you got your house. If you have your own house and you want to buy whatever you want to buy, you want to do new floors, you want to buy tiles, or you want to just have a giant elephant statue, right? You can do whatever you want to do with your house. But if somebody comes into your house and starts spending your money, you're immediately going to be pissed off, right? Because it's like, why are you spending my money in my house? You know what I'm saying? Like, get out. So that's the T, right? When it went from the perspective of from the U.S. government, when a foreign national comes into the country, the first thing they're thinking is like, how much money are you about to spend? Are you gonna go immediately to? Are you sick? You know what I'm saying? Do you need health care? Do you need water? What do you need? Da, da, da. So that's how they're thinking about it. So the way that they make decisions on how much money each person needs or anybody needs is a very public list called the poverty list. So the poverty guidelines say, like, okay, in a household of this many, that has this many people, this is the amount of money you have to make in a household to suspend to do to be able to be financially responsible for one person. If like, think about it, if you guys have 15 people in your house and you have a certain amount of money that you have to you always have to take care of all those 15 people, and then you're now saying you want a 16th person and then even a 17th person. The government and everybody else, all your neighbors are looking at you like, there's no way the money that you're making is going to cover all of the
Right.
expenses you guys are about to experience. So that's why they're like, you need to be making more money before you bring more people in here. So that's the mentality behind why they're making that kind of comment. But the good news for you is that the joint sponsor, joint sponsor is a tough, tough thing. Like, a lot of people don't know this, Emeka, but like, joint sponsor is one of those things that you're promising, like, to be financially responsible for that person.
Nah.
You
Yeah,
know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
You're promising to be,
Man.
you're doing a guarantor. Even the
Because
Bible says don't do that. You know
yeah,
what
the
I mean?
federal government won't forget. Yeah,
They're
that's
never going to forget that you're promising to be financially responsible for somebody that has no idea of what credit means.
let me
So,
ask you. Let me ask you. Sorry to interrupt you. But
Mhm.
okay, so if let's say the starting amount of money is, I'm just giving an example, only an example, okay? It's $80,000, right? To
Mhm.
sponsor one person. So if each time you add another person, is it going to be maybe 20,000 more? Or
I know,
what?
it's crazy. Let me just put the federal poverty guideline chart in the chat
Right.
so everybody can see
Because
what they
she's in
got
the
going
state of
on with that.
Washington. So is that going to be for the whole country the same in each state, or
It's national. It's national. Yeah,
so
it's national.
it's
It's
national? Okay.
federal. Federal means national.
Okay. So that
Like it's
means
the whole country.
it's the same amount.
The rules. These are the money rules for the whole country.
Okay. Okay. So anyway,
Yeah.
so can she still bring both of them without
No,
having
she's
to?
gonna get her money up. She's gonna have to get her money up. But at the end of the day, we just gotta play around with it, right? It's based off of how many
Yeah.
people live in your house. How many people are you claiming on your whatever,
Yeah.
blah blah blah. So I mean, I hate to say it, but it is one of those things that like come talk to us, and we'll help you
Yeah,
navigate.
right. I think if you come and have a consultation with a lawyer,
Yeah.
I think that will help you out, because I think if that was me, I mean, you have to go all gangster if you can. Bring the first person you can, then walk on the other one, because if the first person
Yeah.
is already in, they can't chase him away and say no, you don't make that amount.
Yeah.
You've already brought him in. I'm making this amount and I'm applying for one person. Boom. So the other
Yeah.
person will just have to not be in America for a while. So anyway, you just have
Mhm.
to. We must survive, right? The topic of
We
this
must
whole
survive.
conversation is we must survive in the US. If they are giving you problems to bring two people,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
common sense, which is not common,
Yeah.
you says, oh yeah, bring one person, apply for the
Mhm.
other person, but have a lawyer make sure you're doing things right before they come and pick you up from your house. I beg. All right.
Yeah. Seriously.
So we are going to leave her information. I mean, her information is already there on the African Expert group, but if not, we will leave it later on.
Okay.
Who's next? Daniel, go ahead. Please let me say this again. For everyone who is here, um, on YouTube live, leave your questions. If you are on TikTok, right here, a double tap on your screen and leave any questions you have, but just double tap so people know. But people who are on Zoom, please, man or woman, whether you are at work, in church, or babysitting, breastfeeding, whatever you're doing, okay, you guys need to take the time to come and ask your questions. I don't know how we give you everything you need. I think maybe because it's free. That's why some of you are just
I was
here
just checking that.
and not trying to ask questions. You are more concerned with your appearance and your hair wasn't made, or you haven't gotten a haircut than asking a question that will help you stay in this country long. I don't understand. Don't come here and be shy. Ask your question. You're a human being. You
Perhaps people are
deserve
not.
to survive. We must survive in this country. Stop playing. Ask your question. If you have a question, raise your hands up so I will know who I'm asking, because I don't want people interrupting, because that would be rude, right? If you have a question, raise your hands up. Does anybody have any questions?
You just
Let's stop
you
all
just
this typing. If you're over here, ask your question, please. Yeah, go ahead, sir.
okay. First of all, thank you for all the work that you do. I appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. The law. I appreciate your time too. Well,
Okay, thanks.
I went over the USCIS memo when it came out, and with my layman understanding, I tried to dissect it. But since I have your brain here, let me tap into your brain a little bit. My question is, I think it's relatively straightforward. A permanent resident just applied for citizenship about 2 months ago. So my question is, how does this affect my situation? I'm already a permanent resident, just applied for citizenship about 2 months ago. Does this new policy have any effect on my situation?
I mean, that's going to be the magic question, right? But as of now, no. like it's discretionary. Discretionary just mean, I mean, effect maybe, but as of now, really no, because the new policy is for the adjudication of petitions that are currently being adjudicated. I suspect that you're probably from a country that's on that list. And if so,
Nigeria.
yeah, exactly. So I suspect that you're probably Nigerian. So, well, actually, now I know that you're Nigerian. So, yeah, like the effect isn't going to be that the policy affected you. The policy that's affecting you the most is going to be the hold, right? And then after the hold is lifted, the question is going to be, what date are we going to um what date are we going to make, like what date are they going to use to administer your policy? Are they going to use the date that you filed your initial N400 application? Are they going to consider you grandfathered in? Are they going to say that, because I don't know if you remember when Trump was president the first time, there was a lot of rules that he enacted that as soon as he left, like the tax rule, like as soon as he left, they just scrapped a lot of them rules. And so like there was a time in immigration, yeah, exactly. There was a time in immigration law where um like they had changed the rules for N400 for naturalizations, right? Like when Trump was president last time, they made the questions that they asked for the N400 application, which is the citizenship application. They made the questions a little bit harder and different. And then whenever Trump stopped being president, they went back to the old questions that they were always asking before Trump. So with the Nigerian ban, which we've never seen in yeah, we've never seen any like any bans of this magnitude for us. They first started begging us to come into the country with the visa lotteries, with the diversity
Yeah.
lotteries.
Yeah.
That was when we first started coming into this country in mass numbers. They were begging us to come in. That's how our family got here. And so, you know, and then they stopped doing that. Now they're saying, okay, there's so many of you guys, we're going to put a pause on that. They haven't done that before. So if he leaves presidency, more likely than not, they're probably going to like get rid of those holds. Like the holds aren't going to be forever. They can't be. They're not really very legal, and they don't have any historical legal precedents. So the holds will likely go away. Now, what rules happen after the hold goes away will be what affects you more than the fact that they've issued this policy of, it's discretionary review. They're not reviewing any Nigerian petitions right now. They're all paused. So that's not really going to affect you as much as the hold. Sorry.
Cool. We're running out of time, so we need to
Get it going.
right, yeah. If you guys need further, Lolly, if you could be a little bit brief, because they'll keep us here forever, and we just want them to get just the basis, then they can go further.
We said
All right.
12-1.
Right.
I know.
So let me bring in my sister. Are you putting your phone somewhere? You had a question. Allow
Yes.
Oluwakemi. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I was listening and at the same time doing one or two things so that
Yeah.
You're such a hard
Well,
worker.
ask a question, then continue doing what you're doing while she answers it.
my question is do you think I should move forward looking for a joint sponsor?
Keep doing that. They told you that's what they want. Do it and then reapply, bro. It's expensive, but do it, because at the end of the day, getting them into the country is paramount. If there's a way for them to get into the country, and the officers and the consular officers are talking to them and saying like, oh, just do this, just do that, do exactly what they say and try as hard as you can, because there's a lot of people who they're not even talking to. They won't even let them in the door.
Oh,
Really? They won't even let them in the door?
No, yeah, they're turning people away left and right in that embassy in Nigeria, left and right. They're turning them away. So if your parents are getting in and they're getting interviews, listen to the instructions, do what they say.
Okay.
Jeez.
Is there a way I can buy it? Because I don't know anybody.
Presentation fee.
And few people that I've talked to
Presentation
is
last.
like they don't really understand what it is, so they
Yeah.
were scared in putting down their documents.
Of course. We'll have to speak and when I
Yeah.
represent you.
Yeah. Talk with the
Okay.
lawyer, okay?
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
She's put out her fee, guys. Okay.
Yeah,
It's
it's
pretty
250.
much crumbs. But if you're more concerned with the crumbs than your career, your future, you're on your own. Somebody has come out here to talk to you and help you. Use that to your advancement. Okay. Let me see. Galaxy Fold Z. Auntie, how now? It looks like you're at work also. You're looking
No,
at me, I'm looking at you.
that pretty. I think she's at home. That reef looks nice.
No. That's a Galaxy Phone Z F
Well, yeah,
Fold 7.
Fold 7.
Yeah, let me
Hey,
see. Let me
ma'am.
see.
Top right corner for me.
Let me see. Yeah. I think it does. She doesn't know. Let me see if let me see. So I've just asked you to unmute, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait. There's
I'm
all these.
asking.
Oh, I didn't even read any of these. Okay, let me quickly run through these.
Yeah, it's a lot of.
Okay, so if you're
where do
newly
you want
married and your partner's in a different country, what do you do or how do you file it? If your country is on the ban list, just file it. Just submit it.
just file it. Okay,
Yeah.
next.
Thank you. What if a person has already filed an application months before this policy was enacted? Does it apply to such applications? Just hold your breath, pray that it doesn't. But generally, we're going to see. After your application gets filed, it's just the ball's in their hands. It's just whenever they talk back to you, it's the only way you'll know what direction that they're taking you. And then from there, it depends on the skill of your immigration lawyer. How does this law affect someone with a current 10-year green card while they're applying for citizenship? It's not a law. We talked about that. It's a policy memo. And until it's a law, it's just a policy memo. So it'll affect the person just like policy memos affect people. If they applied before, then they might use the law at the time when they applied. If they applied after, they might use the law as it pertains to the policy memo.
Right.
Will this rule affect an applicant that has put in an application already? I just answered that. What advice will you give a green card holder who already filed for citizenship and got his or her swearing suspended because he or she is suspended from a country like Nigeria? It's not suspended, it's on hold. Those are two different words that have two different meanings. Hold means one day they'll take it off hold and then we'll be good. Will they accept new applications for newly married and your spouse is in Nigeria? Yeah, I think they're accepting applications. So
I
just
thought they
apply.
said they couldn't bring them here.
They may not be adjudicating it to the point where they allowed so accepting the application is different than rendering an approval decision. Will they accept the application? Yes. Will they approve that decision? Not at the moment. They'll hold it. But it's better for you to have it in the system because you never know which direction the law is going. Like I said, take advantage of every opportunity you have because it may change.
Right. Should they consult you? Is there anything else you guys could do, or do you feel like because the law is just what it is right now?
I think if you really should consult us because you don't want to think the one law applies to you and it doesn't, or you don't want to think common sense is not the law is not common sense. Immigration law, especially.
It's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
So come over.
Okay. Let's move on.
Yeah. Is it advisable to put in a new application for a newly married spouse in Nigeria now or wait till after the ban is lifted? Do it now. If someone has been detained by ICE and wants to self-deport, what do you advise? Call me first. I mean, it's a really thick one. It's a sticky one. But I mean, at the end of the day, they do have bond holds. We do bond holds. Like, if you're in jail and like people, it makes more sense for you to be out of jail. Like we'll talk to the judge about that for you. Did the filing fee for your spouse increase to bring a new every single filing fee
If you're still asking that question, you're in trouble. I mean, did your fuel prices increase?
Yeah, everything.
Are you paying more for fuel? Hey,
yeah.
Okay. Does anybody else have any question they want to speak orally about, or do you guys want to type? Does anybody have any question? Because we've had our lawyer for more than an hour now. It's time to let her go. She just came back from the gym, guys. So her information is there if you want to contact her and talk more about your case. You got to pay a fee. It's not free. If it's free, then go to somebody else and see if they'll give it to you for free. Does anybody else have a question? going once.
But I got y'all though. It's okay. I mean, it's
Yeah.
all good. I know how it is, right?
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
so much information that was just thrown at you. Your brain is probably even spinning. So take time, digest it. And again, if you do, like, it's always 250. It's not even a big deal. I will increase that fee next year by the grace of God, but right now it's 250. So if you pay that 250, you have me for the next 3 months. Like, I will definitely answer the phone, talk to you, let you everything you know, because
Yeah.
immigration law does hit you in stages. I get that.
All right.
Anyway, Emeka, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me ask this one before
Mhm.
we go. You see, these immigration problems continue, and I don't think there's any end in sight. Um,
Mm-mm.
uh, so, what, what should people be doing now? I mean, do they just self-deport? I've seen a lot of people self-deport. I know some who have self-deported from Nigeria, and a lot of them from Kenya, and they just left everything.
I'm
Some of
sure.
them had some, crazy stuff that happened back in the day, doing funny
Mhm.
stuff, and they have been spoken to let them know we know what you did. So you want to bounce or you want to stay because you're going to be in jail for a long time. So it's been an uncomfortable situation, especially for people who have young children who have started their lives here, gotten married, had kids. So I don't see it
Here's how
going
we
to, it's going to keep going.
here's how we answer that question over here. Like
Yeah.
everybody in my law firm we always freeze when people say self-deport. We're so shocked that would even be an option ever. Are you crazy? Like
Yeah, to
everything you
self-deport,
did.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, we're so shocked that people would consider that.
Well, they're
So
also doing that. Sorry to interrupt. They're also
yeah,
doing that because they've lost that job,
yeah,
right? Because, you see what ICE is doing. So
yeah.
you're not going to have a job because you have now they put an X on your head. But go ahead. How do you guys
And
respond to
Mega, I
that?
have a client. I have a client that had a felony. He had a felony conviction, like
Hmm.
a heavy, heavy federal felony conviction and an order of deportation. And so they put him in the detention facility, like, okay, we're deporting you. But somehow with him, his country said, no, we don't recognize him. We don't want him. You
Oh,
can't
Jesus.
like keep him. We don't want him. So America had to free him back into society. And then when Trump just came, so he checks in with the government,
Yeah.
with I guess
Yeah. Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
And then when Trump just came in now, Trump just has this new rule that's like, if we are deporting you, we don't have to deport you back to your country. We can deport you
Jesus.
to it's like asylum cooperative agreement. It's called ACA.
Yeah.
We can send you to any third country that wants you. And so now we're getting into the removal. We didn't talk about removal stuff in this conversation, but we should one day because that's like court for immigrants, right? So we should talk about, all that one day.
Yeah.
But so basically in his situation, ICE told me, literally, I went to ICE and I was like, hey, I know you guys know he normally checks in with you guys, but y'all have this new rule. Will y'all keep him if he comes to check in? They told me, yeah. And if he doesn't come, we're gonna go to his house and we're gonna find him anywhere.
Jesus.
We're going to find him and we're going to arrest him. We're going to arrest anybody that helps him. Tell your client to come in now. We're going to deport him to a different country. That's what they told me. So, and mind you, they were it was very aggressive. It was very scary. There were a lot of people crying. It was a very tense situation when I went in there. So I've seen pretty extreme situations pertaining to this question of should I deport, should I not deport, self-deport, should I not self-deport. At the end of the day, we at a carry law always believe that when your back is to the corner, if your back is to the corner,
To the
it's to
wall.
the
Yeah.
wall.
Yeah.
If it's and you're in a ring, you find yourself in a ring, and your back is in the corner, or your back is to the wall. The only choice you have is to fight. So no, we will always fight. We don't believe in deporting. We always believe in come, let us try.
Fight. Yeah. Okay.
Let's fight.
Okay. Okay, well, you guys have heard it. We want to thank Lawyer Loli for being here for us.
Yeah.
And if you appreciate her, please, if this is your time to tell her thank you, you could
Thanks,
say it
guys.
out, unmute yourself, guys, because
Okay.
everybody's on mute. So for you to talk, you have to unmute yourself. If not, you could just thank her on the text.
Thank
Appreciate
you,
Go
it.
ahead, guys.
Auntie.
Oh, thanks,
Thank you,
guys.
Lola.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you,
Thank
Lola.
you.
Oh, guys.
Thank you, Lola.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you,
Thank
Lola. Thank
you.
you so much.
They're
Thanks,
showing you
guys.
some love, man.
Thanks. I
Thank
appreciate
This
it.
is what we bring
Thanks
to
so
our
much.
community, We
Yeah.
want to
God
make
bless
sure
you.
everybody's safe.
Thank you. Oh,
Anybody
guys.
else?
Businesses to come.
Yeah, thank you. Guys, I
Yeah.
will just say my last little words. I would just say, like, hang in there. You know, I know it's hard. I know there's no money anywhere. I know, like, you know, everybody's just hustling, struggle. But the reason why we all came here was for a better future,
Yep.
and we're gonna find it. You know, and and there's
Amen.
beauty in the hustle. So just give it to God, and then do your best, and give God the rest. That's what I always say.
For those of you who are still
Thank
needing
you.
yeah, thanks. For those of you who need her information, I've put in it right there for the people who joined late. This is her information. Write it down right now, and you could call her later on. Not today, yeah, obviously, maybe
Yeah.
during the week.
That's
When
ideal. Yeah.
yeah. All right. God bless everyone. Take care,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Bye
Emeka.
Of
bye.
course.
Thank
You're so
you.
welcome, my brother. You're so
Thank you,
welcome, guys.
Emeka.
Bye,
You're so
everyone.
welcome.
Thank
Bye.
you.